Kia ora, and welcome to this lesson on amount to mass calculations. Now the formula you need to know is N is equal to small m over big M. The small m is the mass, this little man on the top. The muscle man at the bottom is represented by capital M, and that is the molar mass. So let's have a look at these in more detail. The quantities mass, molar mass, amount. The symbol for mass is M with a unit of G for gram. Molar mass is a symbol of that capital M, that big muscle man, and its unit is grams per mole, mass of 1 mole, and amount is given the symbol of N, and its unit is mole. Now, it's a very good idea to use these units to see if you have the correct formula, to see if they calculate, if they cancel out correctly. So here's our N with its small man carried by the big muscle man. Unit of M is grams, unit of molar mass is grams per mole. So can you see our two purple G's cancel out, leaving me as 1 divided by per mole, giving me mole on the top again. And that is my unit of amount. So we have the correct formula. Now, what is a mole? It's just a word representing a number, like couple is 2, dozen is 12, score is 20, century is 100. Mole is the 6.02 times 10 to the 23. It's a very enormous number because we take the atomic mass, and if we multiply it by the mole, then 1 mole of whatever substance it is the same mass in grams, from the atomic mass to the molar mass. And it just makes things simple. So here's a little poem you can remember to remember the units, just in case you forget, because they're useful when you change the subject of the formula. So volume, amount, and mass have units without a dash. Litre, mole, and gram. Learn these as fast as you can. But molar mass and concentration have ideas above their station, double-barreled, not repeated, gram per mole, and mole per litre. Now, concentration and volume we will deal with later, but otherwise amount, mass, and molar mass is what you learn here. So say we want to change it. Here we had N on the left-hand side, but say we wanted to do mass on the left-hand side. We're changing the subject of the formula. Now remember, mole to mass, you multiply. So if I want mass on the left-hand side, so I have to multiply the moles by the molar mass, and use units to check if you're correct. So it's moles times grams per mole. They cancel out, leaving me with the correct unit of mass, which is grams. So here's a problem. Calculate the mass of 5.20 moles of magnesium hydroxide. And so always list what you're given. You've got that many moles. Now we don't know the molar mass directly, but you can work it from the formula 1 mg, 2 oxygens, 2 hydrogens, because the 2 applies to both the oxygen and the hydrogen. So we've got 24.3, one of them. We've got 2 times 16, and we've got 2 times 1, giving me an answer of 58.3 grams per mole. And we need to work out our mass. So remember that mole to mass, you multiply. So mass is equal to N times M, the big M, so it's 5.20 times 58.3, and it gives us an answer of 303.16 in our calculator. But from significant figures, we only have 3 significant figures in the 5.20 and only 3 significant figures in the 58.3, so our answer needs to be given to 3 significant figures. Now finally, an important point to remember is that this formula, N is equal to small m over big M, only applies to a single substance. I cannot have moles of magnesium hydroxide and mass of magnesium and molar mass of something else, or they all must refer to magnesium hydroxide or whatever substance you're working with. If you've got 2 substances, then you need to go through this route of finding a mole ratio, which will be explained in another lesson. But just remember, you have to have always the same substance when you use this formula. Goodbye.